Hello everyone, and welcome back to a new episode of Unicorn Overlord. Last time we left off, we just need to go to the sanctuaries across Fevrith. Also the blacksmith. Do I, okay, I don't have any more Fevrite. I did use it all. Good. Alright, so let's hit up the sanctuaries and see what we actually get for this. I have my, my chosen, lover now.
I'll start by offering a prayer to the sanctuary.
He who bears the ring of the unicorn, present its grandeur before me.
There you go, it's even beefed up now.
Progeny of the late Pontifex Errant, you have done well in guiding the Savior to this sacred hall.
You know of me?
I do. Your father, under compulsion of Baltro's magic, destroyed the seal sheltered upon these grounds. A regrettable fate indeed.
Excuse me the question, wise sage. Why is it that those of the pontifical lineage are able to break the sanctuary seals?
'Tis a tale even older than the orthodoxy itself.
But that's over 800 years.
Indeed. I speak of ancient Zenoira and their sorcerer's quest for might beyond mortal bounds. A pursuit which brought them to Palavia and the holy power of the almighty unicorn. Enraptured by its supreme brilliance, they began to experiment, using the citizens of Albion as their subjects. In time, those experiments birthed a new race entirely. The population you know as angels.
Whoa. Okay. Zenoira made the winged?
That's not possible.
Okay, that is interesting reveal.
Yet their only distinguishing feature were the wings on their backs, a mark of failure for the sorcerers who conceived them. The experiments continued unceasingly, but only one success emerged. A man capable of divine wonder.
I want to point out the irony of the fact that, it seems like we were shown quite a bit in Albion that the angels kind of look down on humans, like, as lesser and stuff. And are kind of like, wow, they're lesser than us, they're not as smart, they're not as cool, we're better, we're the superior race and everything. When in fact, they are actually just humans with wings that are an experiment from previous times. Which is messed up that those people were experimented on, but it's very, very ironic that, like, winged as... obviously not all of them, but it seems like there was a prevailing, kind of idea of, yeah, we're superior to humans, despite actually just being humans.
The first pontifex.
Yes, and the gift he bore was the means to lay wandering souls to eternal rest.
But how does that relate to the seals?
The purpose of Fevrith's sanctuaries is twofold. The first is to soothe the vengeful spirits of old Zenoira.
Alright, sorry, I had to pause that for a second because, I had a stream still going on, like, my other computer, basically, and, they, like, I had it paused / muted, but when they raid someone, it, like, it starts the stream up again and it started playing, so I was like, where's that voice coming from?
Second is to accumulate an energy most sacred, the power of cleansing. Galerius impelled your father to set loose the souls bound to the sanctum, to break its seal as you know it. In so doing, he divested these grounds of one of their vital duties, but the other, the power of cleansing housed within, still remains undefiled by wicked intent.
My father must have foreseen the breaking of the seals all those years ago.
Which explains why he asked you to one day guide me here. To impart the power of cleansing upon my ring, so that we may stop Galerius before it's too late.
Okay, well that was a big story reveal.
Your will is mine own, righteous Prince of Cornea.
The ring's gotten stronger, Elaine. I can feel it.
Ringbearer, the sanctuaries of Fevrith further seek your call. Deliver your presence unto each in turn, that we may aid you when the fated time arrives.
Interesting. So yeah, the one perfect human that was created was the first Pontifex. Was basically just able to guide souls? Oh my god, that was loud. A brilliant light. Sacral Rod? Affliction immunity? Heal 20% when using active skill. That is pretty good. Look, the power of cleansing has taken physical form. Looks to be quite an impressive armament as well, one which we must be sure to make proper use of. We've still 5 sanctuaries remaining. Let us be off. Immunity to afflictions and you heal 20% when you use your active skill? I wish I could put that on a tank in the front row. But, alright. We are done with that sanctuary. Now I need to get to the Zenoira sanctuary. So let's go right over here, and then it was around Zisa way. Luckily I've already found all of these, so they're pretty easy to get to. What crazy weapon am I gonna get this time?
I'll start by offering a prayer to the sanctuary.
I wish I could skip this part. Because we're gonna have to do this, what, 5 or 6 times?
The ring of the unicorn. Present its grandeur before me.
Is that Mirard?
Your efforts are commendable indeed. I shall grant you my might, that Galerius's ambitions may at last be foiled.
If you'll allow me a question first. Galerius asserts himself Emperor of the fallen Zenoiran Empire, but I wonder, do his claims ring true?
They do. He is a man dangerous beyond all reason or belief. In truth, Zenoira's people were not born on Fevrith soil, but hail from another continent, beyond the Great Seas. Their populace enjoyed countless years of peace and prosperity, ushered in by magical advancements of the highest order. Yet, after a contested succession sparked civil war, the very magic which once enhanced their lives now stole them away instead. And by the day Galerius emerged victorious, Zenoira was naught but barren wastes, inhabited chiefly by the corpses of the damned. Faced with such cold conclusion, most would have considered him a king absent a kingdom. Yet Galerius would not be denied his reign. Mustering what few pitiful subjects remained in the realm of the living, he set off to seize a new shore as his own, Fevrith.
Then the ancient Zenoira we're familiar with was actually an invading army from a far-off continent.
Definitely seen that before. In various series I've read. I've mentioned a series that I've read and I'm currently rereading on the channel before. And yeah, this is definitely a thing that comes up there.
The modest fiefdoms which dotted Fevrith could but thrash and flail beneath Galerius's insurmountable might. Only Elheim, shielded by the boughs of the divine Ervelda, was spared utter decimation.
If that same conqueror now blights our lands as well, can we assume General Valmor was possessed by his soul?
I don't believe we can. An energy so ineffably evil likely derives from something else entirely.
How do you mean?
Were he merely revived through the rite of channeling, slaying the host would banish his soul back to the frigid gates of the beyond. Yet, to judge by the monstrous aura surrounding him, I fear the task far too great for such crude methodology. No matter the truth of it, Galerius must be stopped, and the power of cleansing housed within these walls shall hearten that pursuit. 'Tis yours, should you but accept it.
Thank you. Also, yeah.
Your will is mine own, righteous Prince of Cornea.
The idea that, Zenoira was so technologically advanced that they effectively started nuking each other, likely with magic and stuff like that. Like, they got so far ahead in magic that they just, like, completely decimated each other with civil war. And it just moved on to conquer somewhere else. That checks out.
The ring's gotten stronger, Elaine. I can feel it.
Ringbearer, the sanctuaries of Fevrith further seek your call. Deliver your presence unto each in turn, that we may aid you when the fated time arrives.
Wow, if you don't do what I did, and you instead just get, like, a romance early, wow, you're way better off here. Because you get these crazy strong things like this early. 20% when using active skill, and you have affliction immunity. The power of cleansing is taking physical form. Used to be quite an impressive armament as well. Yeah, now then. Okay. So that's definitely going on somebody, probably one of my tanks. Gloucester, you have a rose brooch. What does Miriam have? Miriam has a holy. I think Gloucester could make good use of this. I think Gloucester could make good use of this, yes. Here you go, Gloucester. The Sacral Brooch. Enjoy that. Alright. Off to another one. I actually expected to get, like, weapons from all of them, but it seems like that is not going to be the case, actually. There's a stone circle still over there. Interestingly. How do I actually get to this? Is it just this way? I think it's just this way. Yeah, we just gotta walk through here. Or not? Well, I found this. No, 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 no. We still go around. Also, is there something at this little building? No. Okay. Yeah. So this was how we got here. I thought the other way was blocked off. There's a glare on my TV right now, so it's kind of hard to see. Oh, hey, Altalinda's coming in with this one with us.
Apologies for asking this of you, Elaine. It's merely that I'd like to make an inquiry regarding the nature of these sanctuaries.
Please, your presence is more than welcome. We'll ask the sage together.
I'll start by offering a prayer to the sanctuary. He who bears the ring of the unicorn, present its grandeur before me. Beside you stands the Turanos of Elheim. The ring of the unicorn would remain ever bound were it not for you, or for your ancestors, who conveyed the rite of covenant through a great many generations. For that, you have my utmost gratitude. 'Tis a kindness I scarcely deserve, O wise sage. But if I may, I wish to ask a question of you. For what purpose were these sanctuaries constructed? To house errant, wandering souls. Those of the fallen Zenoiran Empire. Yet that raises another question still. How is it that Zenoira met with ruin?
Well, Elaine and Scarlet already know this, but, yeah.
'Twas an act of hubris immeasurable. In search of the forbidden gift of immortality, their sorcerers made sacrifice of a divine being, the great and noble unicorn.
No, so wait, that's different than what we actually heard. We heard the fact that they, you know, sought, like, great magic and reached such heights that they had a civil war and kind of destroyed their own land. But yeah, they also sacrificed the unicorn, which we know that's tied to the creation of, like, the angels and stuff, which we heard about.
Such vile disregard for the natural world.
Indeed. And greed only drove them further from their own humanity. Amidst the slaughter, they sought to elicit the creature's purifying energy, and in so doing, break free of the shackles of mortality. Yet the cleansing fires of the unicorn glow impossibly bright, violent in their rejection of vice and villainy. For the wicked-hearted to harness such a power as their own would be a contradiction of its very purpose. 'Twas a miscalculation of the most fatal ilk. With the beast's dying embers, the fury of the unicorn struck Zenoira's people. Their skin burned, their flesh was rent from their bodies, and their souls were condemned to wander for the rest of eternity. How horrible. 'Twas the greatest irony, then, that the rite proved a success in the end. From the ashes of tragedy rose but one survivor. A single girl, capable of communion with the divine unicorn her countrymen had so cruelly defiled. Aside the Pontifex of Albion and the elven Turanos, she set forth to deliver peace to the restless souls of Zenoira's citizens, a venture which saw them construct 6 sanctuaries spread through every land of Fevrith. Upon its completion, she rallied those loyal to her cause and founded a new nation, Cornea, of which she would become the first queen. And with the spirits of her brethren pacified at last, she relinquished the power she had never once wished to receive.
So Zenoira actually got bopped twice. First, they basically slaughtered each other back in their original homeland, and then they came here, tried to do experiments on the unicorn, and then got bopped again.
'Twas then that it was severed in twain, each half laid into a sacred relic, symbolic of her tale.
The ring of the unicorn.
And that of the maiden.
Then the reason this ring answers to me alone is the royal blood flowing through my veins.
Quite so. Your heart is that of the unicorn, fated to commune with a maiden true and fair, a destiny which culminated in the rite of covenant and the subsequent unbinding of the ring's true form. Now, the power of cleansing housed within these grounds will prove a great boon in the battle ahead. You need only accept its grace.
Okay. I kind of didn't expect these to have, like, cutscenes and story associated with them, but...
Mine own, righteous prince of Cornea.
The ring's gotten stronger, Elaine.
Ringbearer, the sanctuaries of Fevrith further seek your call. Deliver your presence unto each in turn.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't expect these to have, like, actual story and stuff. This might be an episode all on its own here. Brilliant lights. Sacral Spear. There's my heal 20% when using active skill. Like the power of cleansing has taken physical form. Yep, 3 more sanctuaries. Okay, who do we want to put that on? Do I have a, like... I guess that would be best on, like, a hoplite. But... yeah, I guess I don't really have too much to put that on, then. I mean, I could give it to one of them. Critical damage plus 30% is too good, though. And Jerome has this one, which gives you extra passive points, which is kind of crazy good. So I really don't have very many people to give that to, in all honesty. I'll give it to Hodrick, I guess. Or who was the one I wanted to use more these days? Bryce or Hodrick? Defensive and hardy, keen offensive. Yeah, no, definitely Bryce. Here you go, Bryce. If I ever decide to use you again, have a Sacral Spear. Alright, so the other sanctuaries. One all the way down here at Drakenhold. Castle Soldraga. So how do I actually get up there? Looks like I might need to go here, actually, because the mountains are surrounding this. And then go up that way? Yeah, along the coast. There we go. Herbert said he'd unlock the gate for us. We should have no trouble passing through. Yeah, I've just never been up this way. Oh, hey, so this is a part of the map I just never revealed. Would you look at that? Hello. So that's, that should be more of my map filled in. Yeah, 99.1% now. Hey. That's cool. Alright. Oh, hey, Berengaria's here.
Forgive me for prying, Berengaria, but why have you asked to join us here?
Baltro, I want to know more about the man who thinks he can tamper with other people's minds. I have a few other questions for this sage of yours, too.
I'll start by offering a prayer to this.
He who bears the ring of the unicorn, present its grandeur before me. Excellent.
Hope you're in the explaining mood, Sage. There's a sorcerer working with Galerius. Goes by the name Baltro. What can you tell me about him?
The man was a true prodigy, if ever one has deserved the title. His aptitude for magic was, in a word, peerless. A gift he employed with little concern for sense or morals. 'Twas through that disregard that he birthed arts as magnificent as they were monstrous. The rite of channeling chief among them.
Is that how the devil still lives? By possessing the body of another?
I mean, that would make sense. Pretty common idea.
Baltro himself has no need of such trickery. While the lost souls of ancient Zenoira's people have long stood confined within the sacred grounds of the sanctuaries, Baltro has remained in the realm of the living, sustaining his twisted physical form for centuries upon end.
The lone survivor of a fallen empire. But if those souls have been locked away, how exactly was he able to summon them?
With the crystal of transference, of course. A potent medium capable of circumventing the barred gate to the beyond. Once the desired soul was summoned, he wielded the rite of channeling to convey it into a yet living host. 'Tis a feat, I presume, only possible for a man of Baltro's infernal aptitude.
Crystals of transference.
I can't say I've ever heard of them myself.
I bet they're real tough to come by. Otherwise, he'd have brought back the whole damn empire by now.
You make a good point.
I've got one more question for you, Sage. This armor I'm wearing, it's not the only set.
Interesting that this is coming up now. I am interested as well.
There was another up in Albion recovered from the sanctuary when Zenoira first started knocking. Way I hear, it was the Pontifex who found it, gave it to a guy named Nigel not long after.
This is interesting.
So, I was wondering, this place have any old gear you're looking to part ways with?
Alas, all armaments stored within these walls have long since been evacuated. Yet the power of cleansing remains pure and true. Grasp it tight, and it shall surely bring you succor in the days to come. Your will is mine own, righteous prince.
The ring's gotten stronger, Elaine.
Ringbearer, deliver your
Okay, cool. Yeah, I was kind of interested in the armor because, like, yeah, we've seen two people wear that exact same fit now, and we've also seen a couple of people be the Dark Marquis class, so... Sacral Axe. That's a good one. Power cleansing is taking physical form, yeah. Okay. An axe, I mean... I think the things I have on some other characters are better. Initiative and evasion is just too good for to drop off of you, but... Maybe some of my, my Griffin Knights can have, one of these. Base PP +1, HP recovery +30%. This is heal 20% when using active skill. Yeah, you lose a PP though, which I don't like. Cecile? Okay, Cecile can have it. For sure. That'll be good for you. You'll lose a little bit of HP and stuff, but you heal and have affliction immunity. Alright, 2 left. I think I'll leave the Cornea one for last, so let's go to the Bistorius one. Which does require that I go across the bridge. Over here. Yeah, I did not expect these to have, like, actual story and stuff associated with them. I thought we'd just pop in real quick and it'd be like, you bless the ring, and that was it. So... pretty surprised about this one. Hello. I can get over here this way, right? Yes. All right. Here we are. Oh, hey, Merard and Unify, that makes sense.
Sorry for making you drag us along like this.
Please, there's nothing to apologize for. I take it you have a question to ask.
We want to see if this sage knows anything about the blue. It's the only reason we even got in here, so... I'll start by offering...
He who bears the ring of... You
accomplished much, Rainbearer. 'Tis no easy feat crossing a nation bound in the harshest of winters.
I don't mean to interrupt, wise sage, but I was wondering if you could answer something for us. What exactly is the Pistorius Blue?
You refer to the azure stone on your person, yes? It is magic made crystal, cultivated by the elves of yore, long ago when their kind still called Bastorius home.
There were elves here?
That era too saw Zenoira's reign encroach upon every region of Fevrith. The elves to the south, secure behind Ervelda's veil, espoused neutrality and insulated themselves in the forests of Elheim.
Ah, the elves were like, yeah, we're safe over here. Everything else can burn down around us.
Yet those in Bastorius did not possess such luxury. Instead, they forged a powerful crystal capable of transforming their bodies into those of colossal beasts.
Astrals. But they could turn themselves back, right?
Such a technique did exist, yes, though unfortunately, it has long been lost to the passage of time.
Should have guessed as much.
Still, Zenoira must have had some reason for wanting the stone so bad, even though they didn't use their mind control to try and get it.
I suspect you allude to the rite of channeling. As I understand it, Bestral physiology is far too distinct to house a human soul, making the rite a futile venture. In its place, they likely sought the crystal for its similar mastery over the hearts of your race, all in the grand hopes of bridling the same strength they failed to overcome so many years prior.
Some story this thing's got.
Now, we lack the time for further conversation. Allow me to imbue your ring with the power of cleansing. Use it well, and bring an end to Galerius's cruel ambitions.
Will do, will do. Is this going to be the sword? Cornea might be the sword.
Your will is mine own.
This might be the bow.
Deliver your present.
Uh-huh. Yeah, they say the same thing at like the beginning and end basically every time. That's why I'm kind of skipping that dialogue now. What do we got? Yep, it's the bow. Okay, that's about what I expected. Okay, so... I mean, I don't have a lot of characters that use bows that I actively use here, and you already have the King's Bow, and I think Unifi already has the other really good one, so... No one to really give that to, unless I wanted to throw it on, like, Rolf or something, but... Alright, the final one over here, behind the walled city of Euquit. Hello. Also, let me check. Questlog, have we done everything besides the Atlas and to the sanctuaries? No, we are pretty much good. Okay. Wanted to check. So I imagine doing all 5 of these is going to buff the Ring of the Unicorn again, right? Like it's going to be even stronger? And Ring of the Maiden possibly as well?
He who bears the Ring of the Unicorn, present its grandeur before me. So the ring is restored at last. You have done well.
If I may ask a question, you said that if we wish to match Galerius's might, we would first need to unbind the ring's power. But I wonder, why did you bid us return here after?
That I may bestow upon you the power of cleansing, accumulated within these walls over the passing of centuries.
Do you imply the renewed ring is not enough to defeat him?
It is not. If you wish to bring such events to bear, you must usher the souls of Zenoira's people to their long-awaited salvation.
The Zenoira of old was an ancient kingdom, said to have fallen in a single cursed night. What do its denizens have to do with this?
The night you allude to was that of failed ceremony, one in which they relinquished their corporeal forms. For countless years they suffered in discarnate agony, consigned to merely watch as a new world sprung forth from their own.
Yeah, that sounds pretty rough.
As you may expect, the weaker-hearted among them succumbed first to madness, then to an unyielding, rabid lust for evil. 'Tis only by the power of the sanctuaries that such wicked souls were put to slumber, sealed away in a realm known solely as the Beyond.
And Galerius used me and my father to break that seal.
Quite so. He has torn open the seam between the land of the living and that of the dead, a seam through which he shall unite their beings, till neither one is distinct from the other.
Then we know now what Galerius seeks. To resurrect the souls of ancient Zenoira.
Yeah, and they're all pissed off because they've been stuck in this place suffering, watching everybody else have a good time, and they just have to exist endlessly. So yeah, they're pretty angry and probably want to kill all of us.
Should he succeed, this world will be met with grave disaster. Yet that is why our sanctuaries exist. Make use of our strength and bring eternal salvation to the souls of the lost. Now, the power of cleansing housed within these sacred grounds will prove a great boon in the battle ahead. Your will is mine own.
The ring's gotten struck.
Ring-bearer, your pilgrimage is fulfilled, and so too is the Ring of the Unicorn. Deliver your presence unto the decisive conflict, that we may aid you when the fated time arrives.
Okay, will do. There we go. So the sanctuaries are done. I've got my super ring. Sacral sword. There we go. That's a good one. Power cleansing has taken physical form. Yeah. It should be the last of the sanctuaries. And now that we're done, I can feel a potent sacred energy radiating from your ring. All that remains is the final battle. Let's make for Grand Corinne and topple Galerius once and for all. There we go. Wisdom of the Great Sages completed. Okay, so was the ring actually stronger? How strong we talking? Accessory slot. Oh, I do have to re-equip it. Astral Blade? Unleash its true power amidst a sea of miasma. It doesn't even say what it does. What? Oh my, that sounds interesting. Liza? Where'd you go? There you are. Gotta put your ring back on. Celestial Light. Activates for an ally is attacked with... Unleash its true power amidst the sea of miasma. Okay. So before we're attacked, and then... Elaine's is... amidst the sea of miasma. So before we're attacked with something, we... Okay, so it's probably just a counter to whatever magic Galerius is going to try and use against us. I do wonder, would they let you try to do the final battle and just lose? Like, is that a potential, like, bad end or something you can get somehow? I could see that being the case. Like, you get a bad end because it's like, oh, well, you came here and you weren't prepared with the stuff that you needed. So, you get wrecked, I guess. Interesting. Interesting. I'm looking here at the map because I'm trying to see if there's just other places where I haven't been around the map that I might need to fill in by just walking there. Because we're at 0.9% away from 100%, and I kind of want to see what the reward for that is. And I can see a few spots on the map where maybe that's the case. Like, maybe we can walk that far and fill in a little bit more. Like, up here at this part of Bastorius strikes me as weird. Like, maybe I can get there somehow. There's also... I don't think we ever went to this island, did we? So that's a thing as well. I don't think we've ever been there. Actually, now that I think about it, I think, yeah, somebody added me on Twitter and was asking if I knew how to get to that island. I obviously did not. But someone, someone mentioned, I remember, that there is a way to get over there, and it's like a secret path that's along the coast or something like that. There's like a secret path through the water or something, which seemed wild to me. Like, how's that even a thing? Maybe it's this right here. But this might be how we get over here. Ah, yes, this right here. You walk here. Okay. So there we go. We got it. It's just 3 divine shards, but... So that's how you get to this island. And that's also how you get to this. Okay. Cool, cool, cool. I just remembered that. I'd seen it, and then I totally forgot about it. But, yeah. So, cool. That's how you get to that. 6 Divine Shards waiting for us. There's obviously still this area here. But, yeah, so apparently I had already revealed everything over there, so that doesn't really count for what I was talking about. So there's not many more places I feel like I could fill in the map. There's like this right here. And a few other spots, I guess. But I don't see any glaring weaknesses in my exploration here that are very obvious, but obviously I would like to try and get the reward for the Fevrith Atlas. Like I said, the only thing I could possibly think of is like, once we finish the battle, I can still explore and stuff. And then we just fill in this last little bit, because this is all that's left. So. Alright, I believe that's pretty much it though. We just have to do the final battle next time, I guess. So, hope you enjoyed this episode, and I'll see you next time for some more.